Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we have some exciting news, and if you're holding Iraqi Dinar, you'll definitely want to pay attention to this update. There have been some major developments that could have a significant impact on the global economy, particularly for Iraq. So sit back, relax, and let's dive in. To begin with, Iraq's oil sector has just seen a groundbreaking discovery, one of the largest oil reserves in the southern region of the country. This discovery, estimated to contain around 2 billion barrels of crude oil, is a game-changer and could drastically reshape Iraq's economic future. This major find was made possible through a partnership between the Middle Oil Company and a Chinese firm, marking a turning point for Iraq's energy sector. Now, shifting our focus to the Iraqi dinar, many are wondering if such an enormous oil discovery will influence the currency's value. The simplest way to gauge its impact is by keeping an eye on the exchange rate. If it remains steady, that's a reassuring sign, whereas any noticeable movement could indicate that this news is beginning to influence the market. Speaking of exchange rates, well-known financial insiders have been sharing significant updates regarding the dinar. Reports suggest that the introduction of new lower denominations, the smaller banknotes that have been the subject of much speculation, will only be rolled out once an updated exchange rate is in place. However, don't expect the rate to be anywhere near the speculative 3.10 figure that some sources have been floating around. The Iraqi Central Bank (CBI) and Prime Minister Soudani are exercising extreme caution to ensure that no details about these lower denominations are leaked prematurely, as maintaining secrecy is critical to preventing any disruptions in the market. This is a high-stakes moment for Iraq's financial system, and even a minor slip-up could cause unforeseen complications. So for now, those lower denominations will remain behind closed doors until an official rate adjustment is announced. While anticipation is high, patience is crucial. A pressing question that many have been asking is whether we will have to wait until mid-February for any significant changes. Some sources suggest that the process could conclude much sooner than expected, so there's reason to stay optimistic that developments may unfold earlier than projected. Now, let's turn our attention to Iraq's relationship with the United States. The governor of the Central Bank of Iraq recently met with a U.S. delegation to discuss financial and economic ties between the two nations. This meeting is highly significant as Iraq seeks to deepen its collaboration with the U.S., and an official delegation from Iraq's central bank is scheduled to visit Washington in April to engage with the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and American businesses. These growing international partnerships signal Iraq's increasing influence on the global stage, which could have important ramifications for the dinar's valuation. However, one major hurdle Iraq still faces is the liquidity issue, which remains a challenge for the country's banking sector. Over 70% of Iraqi citizens continue to hold onto their cash rather than depositing it in banks, which restricts economic growth and financial integration. Despite this, Iraq's financial reserves are robust, with over $100 billion in foreign currency holdings, positioning the country as one of the more financially stable nations in the region. Nevertheless, achieving long-term economic stability will require Iraq to encourage greater public participation in its banking system. As part of its financial strategy, Iraq is also diversifying its reserve assets. In addition to holding large sums of foreign currency, Iraq is expanding its reserves by investing in bonds and gold, ensuring a more resilient financial foundation. While gold is often viewed as a safe haven during economic turmoil, it does not generate the steady returns that assets like U.S. Treasury bonds or European securities do. This is why Iraq, like many other nations, balances its reserves by maintaining a mix of foreign currency holdings and fixed income investments. The country's strong financial standing, bolstered by its $100 billion in reserves, raises the question of whether this stability will eventually translate into a stronger dinar. While only time will reveal the answer, the indicators suggest that a shift in global currency dynamics could be on the horizon. Examining Iraq's monetary policy, it's evident that the country has been preparing for a major financial overhaul. The long-discussed plan to delete 3 zeros from the dinar has been in the works for years, and in early 2023, Iraq's Finance Committee announced progress in making electronic transactions more accessible. This initiative aims to reduce reliance on physical currency, lower transaction costs, and enhance financial transparency. A crucial component of this plan is the withdrawal of nearly two-thirds of Iraq's circulating currency, which is currently in progress. These changes are essential to strengthening the dinar and ensuring its long-term stability. Meanwhile, discussions surrounding wealth management and redemption centers have intensified. According to recent intelligence, these centers have been instructed to prepare for extended work periods, hinting at the possibility of upcoming financial developments related to the dinar's revaluation. If you're holding Iraqi dinar, it's advisable to stay alert, as changes could happen sooner than anticipated. Looking at Iraq's historical financial standing, the dinar was valued at approximately $3.30 per unit back in the 1980s, higher than the US dollar. While the country has undergone considerable economic shifts since then, recent statements from the Central Bank of Iraq suggest a potential return to a stronger dinar. While an exact timeframe remains unclear, Prime Minister Soudani has hinted at the possibility of the dinar surpassing the US dollar in value once again, reinforcing the growing optimism surrounding Iraq's financial future. On a broader scale, the United States has recently enacted an executive order on cryptocurrency regulations, which could have far-reaching implications for global finance, including Iraq's economy. With the official implementation set for January 28, 2025, it's evident that financial systems worldwide are evolving rapidly, and these changes could ripple into Iraq's economic landscape. Understanding Iraq's oil industry is crucial to grasping the bigger picture. The base price of oil is approximately $34 per barrel, but additional costs such as brokerage fees and transportation expenses drive up the final market price, currently hovering around $75 per barrel. Iraq plays a significant role in the global oil market, and with this recent oil discovery, it is poised to exert even greater influence. However, what many may not realize is that Iraq is engaged in a dinar for oil program, where countries like China, previously excluded from Iraq's dinar auctions, are now attempting to acquire dinar through private channels to secure long-term oil contracts. If you lack a pre-2010 contract, participating in these redemption center deals may not be feasible. To summarize, there are significant shifts occurring in Iraq's economy, oil sector, and monetary policies. If you're invested in the Iraqi dinar, now is the time to stay informed, as these rapid developments could lead to major changes. Things are accelerating, and we may be on the verge of a transformative financial event. If you found this update valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more breaking news. Stay tuned for the latest updates, and until next time, take care.